street. Lathrup got the soul. Everywhere we share makes all moment complete. Oh, we live on stage. Voice in motion. Turning every page.
Welcome back to Live in Lathrup Village podcast. I'm Lauren Barris, and I'm here today with Jalen Jennings. How are you, Jalen?
I'm well, Lauren. How are you?
Good. It's good to have you here.
Good
So,
to be
Jalen,
here.
you are, sorry, I interrupted you. You
No, you're
are
fine.
the city councilman for Lathrup Village.
Yes.
And how long have you been on city council?
So I've been on city council, 4 years and 3 months?
Okay.
So and
Because
then
you were
I
just
have
reelected.
just reelected for another 4-year term. So,
Okay. And so there are some council that are elected for 2 years and some that are elected for 4 years, but that's not actually on our ballot. So how does that work?
So it works. Whoever is the highest vote getter, they would get the 4-year term. And then, so if there's 3 people running, 3 seats open, the 2 highest vote getters would claim the 2 4-year terms.
Okay.
And then the lowest vote getter would claim the 2-year term.
Oh, okay. And so this is your second 4-year term.
Yes.
Okay. So you've been a popular person that we've elected because you've actually campaigned.
Yes.
You won a 4-year term your first time out.
Yes.
And
I
then
did.
you won another 4-year term. So Lathrup Village wants you on council.
I guess so.
That's great. That's great. So what do you like about being, you're a Lathrup Village resident.
Yes.
And what do you like about being on Lathrup Village City Council?
What do I like about being on Lathrup Village City Council? So one thing I would say is that I enjoy when teachers call me and ask me to come to their school and do career day. And so I like to work with the second graders, maybe like 2nd through 5th, elementary school.
I love that.
And so I do this scenario where the kids love to raise their hand. Okay, I'm gonna pick 5 people. So I pick 5 kids to be a council member. And so I let them pick something that they want to change in their school. And so usually they either pick lunch or their dress code. And so I let the rest of the students kind of serve as the community and debate and say, what do they, give their feedback on the situation, and then they get to do their vote. And sometimes it's unanimous, or sometimes it's 3-2 or 4-1, and that's how it's. And I like to just show them how being on city council works when you're working with policy and things like that. So that's one thing I enjoy. And then also just being able to make change in the community, be able to help our community hopefully grow, continuously grow. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to run, is because I just, during the pandemic, I think it was just I didn't want to possibly, move to out of state or something and not be able to say that I didn't help the community that I was raised in.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted to leave a lasting impact on the city that I was raised in and make sure I left it hopefully in a better condition than, what it was. And I think that was just a trend that I felt like I was seeing from, people who moved out of state and they grew up in Detroit and they weren't happy with how it was at the current state, but they didn't do anything to, help it hopefully change and be able to brag about it. So I wanted to be able to continuously brag about the city that I was raised in and not be embarrassed one day that I, lived there or something like that. So that was my ultimate goal, and just being able to help people. I worked for a Detroit City Council member, and I was a community liaison. So that's where I kind of got the passion from. And so it kind of grew from there.
Love it. And so what is it that you do for a living, Jalen? Because I know that city councilmen and women don't get paid.
No.
So you have a full-time job too.
Yes.
Okay.
So I work for a company called Thrivent. Sometimes people say Thrivent Financial, but we just say Thrivent. So it's a financial company. It's been around for 100 years plus years.
Wow.
And so I'm an engagement leader. And what I do is I help the financial advisors build their community, build up their client base. So I help them get in the right community spaces. And so we help work with a lot of churches and nonprofits. So we also like to work in that space. So I get to meet nonprofit leaders, pastors, and things of that nature. And we get to come in and help their congregation or their nonprofit with, financial education to who they're serving, maybe their staff, their board, whoever they're serving. So.
Well, this sounds right in your wheelhouse. It really does. That's probably why you've been so successful at it. Yeah, you like doing that.
Oh yeah, I enjoy it, which is great because we've all had a job or two that we didn't enjoy, and so this job I can thoroughly say I enjoy it.
It's wonderful.
I enjoy what I get to do. It is in that vein of being of service to other people, and it still pays my bills.
Right, exactly. But that, and I asked Jason Hammond when I talked to him too, how does he bring his job into city council? I know that you are also the liaison to Southfield Schools, which is really important since our tax monies go to Southfield Schools too.
Yeah.
And if we'd love to have that like continuous good relationship. I imagine that your job helps you to do those things in city council too, and vice versa. How does that work for you?
So it works because I do a lot of partnership work at my job. So sitting down and setting a clear partnership is pretty much my day-to-day job. When working with like nonprofits or churches, we're building out some kind of partnership of this is how we want to be of service to you. How can we be of service to you? What can we do to help each other? And so that's really how the discussion happened with Southfield Public Schools is, look, how can we work with each other? How can we help each other? What do we need to debunk and all of those things? So it was just more from, I think the way I presented it was more from a place of love and not of a place of judgment.
Right.
So I think it was easier for them to communicate with me. And also I attended Southfield Public Schools. And so I just want to make sure that relationship grows. And I want to make sure that we're doing our part, they're doing their part. And if there's things that they can do better, I want to be able to relay that to them in a healthy way. And so that's really how my job aligns with being able to build that relationship.
That makes perfect sense. So as a resident of Lathrup Village and a councilman, what would you say you love most about this community?
What do I say I love most? I would say the architecture.
Okay.
So I wanted to be an architect when I first went to college. And I don't know if I should say, but my dad was like, you're in that math, don't get along.
Yeah.
But I love art, and I love houses. I love unique houses. And so that's what I wanted to go to school for. It didn't work out, but I still tried to figure out how to be in that space, in which you can be in that space in government.
Right.
You're just not the architect, but you get to see the plans, you get to edit the plans and things like that. So that's how
and you don't have to know math.
Right. You don't have to know math. So that's how I figured out how to be a part of it. But I would say architecture. I love that. For the most part, none of the houses look exactly the same,
Mhm.
and if they do, maybe the inside layout is different. So I love that, and we have a strong, historical society or background. I love that everything looks different. You can get what pretty much whatever you're looking for in like the village. You're looking for a really big house, you can get that. You're looking for a very unique maybe bungalow, you can get that. A massive ranch, a sprawling ranch, you can get whatever you're looking for. So that's what I really love.
Ah,
Like when you drive down the actual roads behind like Southfield Road and 696, you can really see people's creativity.
I'm
So
going to pay more attention. That's not something that I've ever really noticed. I mean, a couple of houses, but I love that perspective.
yeah,
And I'll tell you, just from my perspective too, I go to a lot of the meetings, and we appreciate you, Jalen, as you are a real reasonable person. You're a fair person. You listen to everyone, and we really appreciate that too. And I'm just thrilled to hear about your job and Southfield High, and how all of that links you to be the councilman and the person that you are. And it's very nice to have you here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. I'm a bear.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I appreciate you. Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah.